This might not be his complete resume, but it's the substantial part. And what we can kind of see here is kind of the evolution of Buffalo N. So we start down here in the lower left. He's pulling big Mike Aiello. Mike Aiello got the better of this match. I don't put too much stock in this. Mike Aiello's got a competition win over me too. And to be honest, he beat me the same way he beat Lachlan. He actually beat me faster than he beat the Buffalo. Mike Aiello gets him wrist to wrist and drags him down, but Mike Aiello gets him wrist to wrist right from the get-go. Boom. And Lachlan's, he's just holding on. And it's hard to dig an arm out of there. In the lower right, this is his WAF, I believe 2017 debut. He's got the Egyptian. The Egyptian's pulling him palm to palm. Lachlan's able to dig in there, get wrist to wrist. And that, my friends, he can press from a hook once he gets wrist to wrist. Once again, opponent gets him palm to palm. Lachlan turns it in wrist to wrist. He's got a strong elbow to drag that arm back from there. Boom, wrist to wrist press. I do not want to be pressed. So we get palm to palm. I plan to pull him palm to palm. I don't want to be wrist to wrist with him, not from anybody who can press. Okay, here's the Egyptian. We just missed it. The dude in black, not Johnny Cash, but the other dude in black. Let's wait till this rolls through. Mohammed Abdelmoatai from Egypt. That was a long, I think this was his first match of the day. But he earned his chops there. That wrist to wrist press. Yeah. Martin Kaletka from Slovakia. Boy, do not go wrist to wrist with this guy. Do not go wrist to wrist with Buffalo N. Who knew Buffaloes had such good wrists? I knew they had wings. I knew Buffaloes had wings. Here we go. Guy hits him palm to palm. Lachlan couldn't catch him. Boom, just palm to palm and fast. All right, upper right hand, Zambalat. Here he is in Zloty. He establishes that wrist to wrist, and he doesn't press the big guy. He fouls out. It's hard to say. I think he was getting the better of this match, but whew, Zloty's hell on elbow fouls, man. Those pads are hard. They got cameras. They got 6 or 7 refs looking at you. That's just he gets wrist to wrist, and he's solid and quick. He's quicker than Zambalat. He's not quicker than Aiello in his younger days. He's quicker than the 2 hookers when he's at Worlds, but not quicker than Georgie, the big Georgian. Upper left is a super match with this guy's all over Ryan's page. I can't. I've heard Ryan say his name a bunch of times. I'm just going to butcher it. But he looks like almost the Australian Michael Todd, except his King's move looks a little fairer. He keeps his shoulder up and everything else, but Lachlan's got some King's move chops here, man. This is kind of impressive. I'm not King's moving him. If he King's moved me once, then I'll be prepared for it. But I don't. Yeah, we all got to learn to deal with that King's move in our own way. And I can't remember how long ago this match was, but look at that in the red strap. Look how long he holds on in the red strap. That red strap match was like 1.5 minutes, almost 2 minutes long. And this is interesting. I think this is the first one, the first match. It pretty much set the tone. They went in the straps, I think, 4 or 5 or 6 matches in a row. But he holds on until they put on the black strap. Black straps matter. Look at that black strap. Boom, black strap. Boom. I told you what. I'm bringing nothing but black straps to West Virginia. Those guys are going to go, hey, where'd all our straps go? Say, I don't know, but I got a whole bag of black ones. You're welcome to use mine. I'm bringing black straps, black molasses, and a black ref. Look at that. Just the black straps are hell on Lachlan. Buffalo ends do not like black straps. Okay, in the center is probably the freshest match. Yellow straps. But look at this. He grabs Ryan palm to palm. This is for the #1 middleweight of Australia title. He pretty much, of course, Ryan's trying to top roll all the time. So I think Lachlan would have been comfortable pulling him wrist to wrist, but I think he just, to me, this match is the difference between somebody who trains for power and somebody who's just trying to train micro positioning, voodoo, wrist wrestling, wizard skills, man. It's the difference between a litigator and a gladiator. And Buffalo N is a gladiator, not a litigator. One thing I noticed, though, is he's faster than Ryan on every match, and Ryan is faster than me. So what you got to do with these speedy guys is you got to load them up. You got to give them, you want them to hit into something solid that they smash up against and bounce off. Like, got to hook a chain to them. You've got me tied down with battleship chains, 50-foot long and a 2-ton anchor. We'll just do a little comparison on the Australian approach to solving a problem and the American approach to solving a problem. 1932, Australia declared war on the emu. The emu were out destroying the crops of farmers, and the Australians decided to take matters into their own hand and declare war on these oversized chickens. In 1869, for different reasons, Americans decided to declare war on the buffalo. Now, to give it a choice between the two, I think I would rather be in Australia and attend that giant fried chicken dinner they're going to cook instead of a great big beef barbecue, but that's just me. The Australians' approach was a big government-run program employing 3 soldiers, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's not the grandfathers of Jordan Davis, Ryan Bowen, and Lachlan Adair right there. The American approach was to outsource it to the private sector. And you can see my great-grandfather right there, taking the war to the buffalo. The Australians employed machine guns to shoot these big birds. The Americans are using single-shot black powder rifles. In 3 years, the Australians managed to kill a little less than 1,000 emus, averaging about 330 emus a year. The American approach, we spent about 30 years, killed about 30 million buffalo, which is approximately 1 million buffalo a year. The Australians left most of the emus still walking around, while the Americans killed just about all but 300 buffalo. And I'm pretty sure who was ever responsible for missing those last 300 probably got fired, or at least their pay docked. But to be fair, the Australian government eventually surrendered to the emus and opened up a bounty system for the farmers. Once the emu war was handed over to the private sector, those farmers killed over 50,000 emus in 6 months. Now, opinions may differ, but I'm not so sure the wide-scale extermination of a species is a righteous endeavor to undertake. But the point of this was, doing a horrible thing badly is a bad idea. That doesn't get you into heaven. Doing a horrible thing badly probably gets you into the crappy part of hell. So if you're going to do an absolutely terrible thing, do it well.